Hey everybody, in this next video lesson, we're going to talk about the properties of ionic solids. Now there are a couple things that you need to know about ionic solids to help you understand them better. And the first one is that they are very, very strong solids. The connections or the attractions between the ions that make the solids are very strong. It takes a lot of energy to break them, and as a result, they have very high melting points. It is a common misconception that covalently bonded substances are stronger than ionic, but that is just not true. The data shows that ionic substances melt at a higher temperature than covalently bonded substances. Take a look in the lower left-hand corner down here. I have what is known as a crystal lattice of an ionic solid. This is in fact sodium chloride. Sodium are the purple atoms and chlorine is the green atoms. And they make very nice organized structures. When you look at them under a microscope, they have very nice crystals, very smooth sides and sharp corners. So that's my second property of ionic solids. They make nice organized crystalline solids. Now, those bonds between the sodiums and chlorines are very strong in their solid form. So if you add some heat to it, it would require a lot of energy in order to break those ionic bonds so that the sodium atoms and the chlorine atoms disconnect from one another. But if you just simply drop this into a polar liquid like water, for example, the water has the ability to get itself in between the positive and negative ions of an ionic substance, and an ionic substance may dissolve in water. Not all ionic substances do dissolve in water, but this is number 3. Ionic substances may dissolve in water. The scientific term for dissolving in water is called soluble. So if something is soluble, it does dissolve in water, and if something is insoluble, it does not dissolve in water. Now, the last thing that I want to say that is a property of an ionic solid is that when they are dissolved in water, they conduct electricity. So if you stick an electrical component into a saltwater solution, the electricity will flow through it. But if you put it into just pure water, distilled water, electricity won't flow. The fact that the ions are dissolved in the water allows electricity to flow through solutions that have ions dissolved in it, which is why you should never have something that's electrical sitting on the edge of your bathtub if you're sitting in it, because if it accidentally falls in the bathtub, you could get electrocuted, which would obviously be a tragedy. Well, that takes care of this short little video lesson on the 4 important properties of ionic solids. Thanks for watching.